Good afternoon, everyone. This is Vasudesh Pandey from Easylib Software Private Limited. I have got my team members, Tejaswini and a couple of other people who have joined this webinar. Today's topic of the webinar is going to be in-out management in Easylib software. As you know, Easylib stands for Entire Automation System for Libraries. The current version is Easylib 6.4, a cloud version, which offers you the end-to-end features starting from Web-OPAC, requisitions, acquisitions, cataloging, student master data management, the circulation, periodicals, digital library, and one of the modules within this is in-out management, reports, and much more. Subsequent to Easylib 6.4a, we have now launched the Easy1 7.2a campus ERP software, which helps you manage the end-to-end operations of a college. So earlier it was only end-to-end operations of a library. Now it is end-to-end operations of a college, starting from admissions, then student master data management, staff master data management. Then there is a detailed timetable module, attendance module, examinations, assignment, quiz, and goes all the way till internship management, placement management for the students, and alumni relationship management. Apart from that, it also provides manage the student counseling, service desk, inventory management, transport, project management, and much more. So that software Easy1 7.2 entire end-to-end campus management software. And we have a very good news for the customers of Easylib 6.4a. We are giving the Easylib 7.2a, that's Easy1 7.2a campus automation software on a trial basis. If you would like to go ahead with the trial, let us know. We'll be able to commission that software for your usage. Today's webinar topic is going to be in-out visitor management, which is a part of Easylib 6.4a cloud version professional, and we will go in depth about this. So the structure of the webinar is going to be that first about 30 minutes. I'm going to go over the different screens of the software. We will go over each page, look at how the in-out entries are made. We will discuss about the RFID integration, barcode integration, and the thumb reader biometric integration. Then we will go into the reports, the different kinds of reports we will see, and we will also briefly catch up on the APIs for in-out management. So that's a quick overview of this webinar structure. And last, we will have a question answer session. By default, all of you have been muted. If you have a question, so do feel free to post it on the chat or write it down. And at the end of the webinar, we'll be happy to answer each of them. And thank you so much. I see that some of our customers who have joined, Dr. Ramakrishna is there, and quite a few others also. Very good. Good to have you, sir. So we will get started with the demonstration. So to start Easylib, it's very simple. You type the website that has been given to you, and that is usually the college name.easylib.net. Here in this case, I'm logging into the demonstration demo.easylib.net. For the ease, I have already typed my user ID password. So I just click on login over here. So now I am logged as an administrator, and that administrator will have the rights based on what has been granted. So when I go into the menu, I'm going to see only the modules for which I am authorized over here. So at this moment, I am logged in as a global administrator. So you are able to see a lot of items, including the campus ERP, as well as the library automation features over here. Navya and Tejaswini, can you please use the headphone so that I cannot hear the echo over here? Thank you. Okay. All right. So now let me go over here. So this is the visitor management. So this module, many of you are already using it. And in fact, we also use it in our office actually. So you can see at any point of time who all are in our office at this moment. And apart from this, we have a few members working from home. So that's why only these many you are seeing over here. So basically in your library, when the in-out management is implemented, on the first screen, it shows student inside the library over here. So every student, when they come over there to your library, will make an entry at the computer, which is kept at the gate. So let's see over here in out option entry 1. So basically here what I'm going to do, the ESPL 012808, this is my employee ID over here. So I just click on it. It makes an entry saying that, okay, Vasu Deshpande has entered. Now, because I was already there, now I have made an out entry over here. So it says that I came to the office at 9:56, and automatically the software, first time it makes an in entry. And if I put the user ID again, it becomes an out entry over here. So now it says that I have gone out. So when I come again here and I just type again, hit enter, and it made an in entry over here again. So like this, the first step is that you ask all your students to make an entry as soon as they come over here. So this way you don't even have to keep a register where they'll write in the pen and paper and all that. Instead, you can directly have the entry made over here. So now I was mentioning about the three options, right? So the first option, first screen over here, it displays the member details over here. And by the way, if you have got a very large computer and still see that some portion is gone down below, what you can do is control minus. If you plus, it will display much more information on the single web page. It says that, okay, option one is related to wherein the student has entered. For the benefit of the webinar, I'm going to increase the size again. Control plus will make it font bigger. Control minus will make the fonts smaller. So now I am logged in, and this is showing that what are the due books. So and this is showing the fine on the books. So I got this book on 10th of August. I still have not returned. It was supposed to have been returned on the 10th of August. So it's not renewed. So it's an overdue book. That's what it's showing. If I have about 20 or 30 books, right, how many of them? All will show over here. Similarly, on the other side, you are seeing the fine on the books. Some of the books might have been already returned also. If you see here, right, this particular book, it's an overdue one. It's currently checked out. And these three books, which are already returned, still there is a fine. So if you have, while taking the book, if the student doesn't have the money to pay, at that time you could have choose the option of pending the, keep the fine pending. So that's what you have done over here. So these three books are pending clearing of the payment dues, but they have already been returned. And this particular one is still due and in the current circulation. It also displays the much more details about this. So this is the basic entry screen for your students. So every student, you are going to give a member ID over here. And when you are entering over here for a non-student, what you would want to do is, suppose, okay, so somebody is already there over here. So 984408170, one of our support numbers. The moment I enter the phone, it goes and finds from the past record if the person has already came to the library. So it came over here. So now I just click on the in option. So now, okay, so this is, I'm just entering testing over here. So now this person is into the library. Similarly, when he or she is going out, and let me clear it again. And when she or he is going out, again, just click on 984408170. It gets the data again. So you just have to click on the out button over here. So if you see, the person entered at 3:12, 15 and went out at 3:12, 31 seconds. So again, this screen, you can use it for both your students, faculty, and your vendors, whoever you have given a member ID. All of them, you can ask them to put the member ID. Okay. And for the people who are coming in first time, they have never had a member ID, you also ask them to provide the mobile. The moment they provide the mobile, if the data is already there, it is going to come and display here. If the data is not there, they would have to go and enter all those details here, including the mobile number, name, address, purpose of visits, and so on. Okay. By the way, there is one more feature is going to come up over here. So that is related to printing the ID card for a student who comes into the library, right? So, in the case of libraries, when the students come, you can go and print an ID card in our ID card management module. But in case of a visitor who doesn't come quite often, right? At that time, you don't have to go to the printing the ID card here. So what you can do is directly here itself print a ID card here. So that is under the enhancement right now. It's going to be probably released. Now it's September, end of this year, it's supposed to be released over here. So wherein you will be able to simply click on it, generate ID card. It's going to generate the ID card that you can print it, give it to the person who is visiting your campus. By the way, the in-out management software you can use it for both campus and also the library, right? So here you are seeing that most of these are all related to the library because that is how it is configured. So when you are using it for the campus, you can have it as reconfigured. Say, for example, you are going to put one at the office, those who all have visited the office. Another can be museum. Another can be, of course, the library we have got. Another can be related to the sports center. Another can be mess, right? Anything that you want to track, okay, how many people are visiting this, maybe a stadium. So you just have this, okay? And the best part about this is that even 20, 30 students at a time, they can enter it here. It's not going to be an issue. The architecture is such that it is going to take a lot of inputs at a time here, okay? So this is the in-out management option one, where the entry is getting made over here. Okay, so now let me go into the option two over here. So when you go into the in-out management visitor module, right? Visitor module. So you are seeing option one, option two, option three. Let's go into the option two. What is it here? Okay, so now, so by the way, I go to option two here. So what does it mean here? So let me put again here my ID. Look at this. In the previous one, when I put my user ID, it was displaying what all the books I have borrowed and how much is the fine. So now when I put my ID, it doesn't display those details. Instead, it is displaying who all are in the library already, right? So these all people are in the library currently. Okay. So or it is also displaying the historical records when they came in and went out and all that thing. So now, as a library in your library, it's up to you which one you want to put it. So if you would like to go with this other option, wherein you would like to have the student know what are the due books he has got, that's fine. Or otherwise, if you would like to know what are who are the visitors in the library, you can take that as well. Let me put my phone on the silent mode. Excuse me. Okay. Tejaswini, can you please come here? Okay. All right. So let me go over here. So this is the second in-out management screen over here. Okay. Uh, all right. Tejaswini,
Yes, sir.
can you please come?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So all right. In the second option, what we are doing is here, when we put over here our user ID, we are only getting here we are seeing who all are the people over here. Okay. Inside the library. Can Tejaswini, can you please come here? Something I need to hand over to her. Ask Hanuman to call this number.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, all right. Any questions on this? Please write it down. So, basically, here what you are seeing is that who all are the people who are in the library right now. Again, here also there is the same option is provided over here. 9844081710 I put. Again, the person comes over here. In entry is made, and out entry when they go out, the same kind of option is provided here. Okay. Again, the best part is that if the photo is already there, it's going to come. Just in regards to the photo, how do we add the photos? It's very simple. What you would want to do, let me close all other extra screens here. So, okay, so now let me go here, member, student master data, I'm going here. In the student master data, and I go and put here, let's say, okay, so now when you want to add the photos, you simply go to the member data here, choose file, and then upload the picture. Just make sure that each of the student photo is less than 100 kilobyte, because if you upload a large photo, right, your system unnecessarily becomes slow. In the circulation, when you're doing the circulation, if you have uploaded, let's say, 5 MB photo over here, it's going to take that entire 5 MB has to be loaded onto your screen. It's a very cumbersome. So you want to make sure that it's just 100 kilobytes of your images there. And even though it could be small over here, on the screen, when I put over here my one, right, it's showing pretty big over here. Okay. All right. Okay. So now let me go over here to the option number 3 here. Okay. So let me go to the option number 3 here. One moment. Um, Tejaswini, can you please come?
Okay, sir.
Um, One moment, let me, where I was on the screen over here. So hold on. Ask Hanuman to go to the another room and then talk. Okay, so now let me come here. So now, I think which window I was here, I was in this one. So let me, okay. So let me go into the option number 3 over here. In this, what I'm going to do here, option number 3. So here in this case, so in the option 1, it was displaying my details. Option 2 is displaying who all are in the library. Okay. Option 3 is a slightly different one. Here in the option 3, you don't have the option of entering the members. You only have only the visitors where the phone numbers are going to be entered over here. Okay. So you can just have the enter the phone numbers and the entry is made over here. Again, if you see here, right, 98440811710, and it is showing that so and so person has entered the library at this point of time. Okay, so now if I make an out entry, it's going to make an out entry. Whether I do an in one place, out in another place, it doesn't matter. All the data is going to go into the same place. And whenever you want to see, okay, who all have come to the library at any point of time, you simply go over here, you will see the data here. Again, if I go into the option 2, it is showing that who all came over here. So now just now in the option 2, I made the in entry. Option 3, I had made the out entry, right? So that's why this in and out both are populated over here. Okay. Now coming to how do we do the in-out entry using the barcode, right? It's very simple. So when you have got an ID card with the barcode, right? So all you have to do is make sure that you have a scanner. Okay. So we do supply a lot of scanners over here. So you can any barcode scanner would do. So barcode scanner. So you take this one of the barcode scanner, connect it. The moment you scan your ID card over here, automatically Easylib takes that entry. So there is no separate setup required for this. And for the ease of convenience, we definitely recommend this one. This is a Honeywell brand is what we supply, which is more reliable one compared to all other ones. You can also get this single line. The advantage with the single line is probably about 50% cheaper, but the disadvantage is that it is only single line. The moment I scan, it's the ID card has to be exactly on the same line. However, when I use this one, right, it can be, I just keep it here. It scans from the multiple angles. It becomes faster and faster over here. Okay. So any of these scanners you use it. So the software is already written such that the moment something is scanned, it makes an in entry. So you don't have to type again, scan and hit enter, nothing you have to do. You just scan it, it automatically considers that somebody has scanned, and entry will be made. It is going to show in the list of the students over here. Okay, all right. So this is the how do we use the in-out management using the scanner. Okay, now let's come to the RFID. So RFID, those of you who already have RFID, you may be seeing this in action. Okay, so now RFID tags when I see here, right? So different types of tags. These tags are put into your member card. So if there is a member card, that tag will be put over here. So as soon as the student enters this RFID gate reader, right? So if you have got RFID gate readers, if you have placed the two readers will be placed to the side. So as soon as the person enters through this gate, what happens is that RFID gate readers calls something called API, Application Programming Interface Routine, within Easylib. Okay, so somebody goes through the scanner, easily will get a notification saying that XYZ has entered the library. So suppose if I have got RFID and also have this visitor one, the moment somebody comes through the RFID, automatically an entry will be made here. Okay, and it's possible that okay, while entering they come through the RFID gate, while going out they go through the barcode. That is also fine, no issues. Okay, so in case they go through the different exit where there is no RFID. Okay, all right. So the key thing here is that whenever you have this RFID, you need to make sure that they are using the standard NCIP standard protocol to integrate with the Easylib. We have already integrated with at least 4 or 5 colleges, working smooth. Anytime the people come, the as long as the tags and the gate readers are capable of reading the member ID, okay, so then automatically the entry gets made into Easylib system. Okay, and the third way, how do we do the entry? Okay, that is another one. What you do is here, if I have go to the biometric reader, right? Biometric reader. So now what you do, you go and press your thumb over there. Okay. So there are different, Securi is one of them. Amazon is another one. Lenvica is there. So these are all the different makes of this fingerprint readers. If you see here, this is an eyelash, this is validating the person, whether he is the right person or not based on the retina. Okay. So face recognition is one. The fingerprint recognition is one, and the retina recognition one. So all of these, and there is one more technology has come now here. So that is a fully facial recognition. As soon as you walk over there, right, you don't even have to show your face to the reader like this. As soon as you walk, the readers are kept at the gate at the top. So they will capture the person who is coming. They'll take an image. That image processing will go and identify who is the member ID of that, what is the member ID of that person, and then it will call the Easylib routine to have the entry made over there. Okay, so this is the technology wherein as long as any of these devices are following the NSIP standard, it makes it very easy where the data comes into the Easylib software over here. Again, the key thing here is that that particular device maker, whoever it is, whether it's a Security, whether it's Lenvica or Rams, DAC, or whoever is the provider, they have to call those APIs. Okay, so the real-time data gets entered into the system over here. Okay, now what happens if there is no integration between that biometric device or the RFID device and an Easylib? It could have happened that for a long time you are using that one particular application, and that company does not have the ability to call the Easylib routines in a real-time basis. Easylib is a fairly newly developed application, right? This in-out management uses the latest technology and provides the latest features. But if the gate reader or if the biometric reader was deployed long back doesn't have that feature, what you do, you have to ask them to provide the data in a file format. Okay, so what is that you are going to do? There is one option called import we have provided over here. Okay, so very simple. There is an in-out data import screen is available here. Again, you have to ask that company to make sure that the data is given in this format. They have to give the member ID, right? And they may or may not give the name. Okay, name may help because it may help you validate whether the data is being sent correctly or not. Okay, but it's not mandatory. And then time in, what time they came in, what time they went out, and a date. And if they are sending only one record, okay, they can put in out over here, and they can also put the purpose over here. And the last one is the source. Source, we want them to tell what is the machine ID. If there are about 5 gates over there, 5 RFID gates or 5 fingerprint gates are there. Okay, at that time we want them to send the source ID of that device. Suppose if you are using this Easylib module for the attendance purpose, right? So what you can do is you can have that fingerprint reader or the face recognition device kept in 5 different rooms. Okay, as soon as they go into one room number one, it should send that this data is coming from room number one, room number 2, 3, like that. The source has to be sent. It will make sure that it helps map that particular room. If we know that at this point of time between 11 and 12 o'clock on Tuesday, the room number one, this particular class is to be held. If that data is already configured, Easylib can go and make the automatic ERP attendance entry. The advantage of Easylib is that now today it's an easy one, entire integrated application suite for the colleges. So very easily you can have this data used for the attendance purpose also. Again, very simple. You ask the vendor, whoever is has implemented the door security based the gate reader system, right, or the authentication system. send the data in this format: member ID, name, time in out, date, and purpose and source. And then you can go into the screen, map that data, and import that data. Very easy. So the whole data can be imported over here. I think, of course, there is a restriction. You have to put, I think it's about 1,000 rows at a time you can import over here. Okay, so this is another method you can insert the data. Again, we went through 5 options, right? 5, 6 options. One of the option 1, 2, 3, wherein manually the data is entered. Second entry is that you are using the RFID. Third one is that you are using the barcode based ID card or simple barcode itself, which is pasted to that ID card. Then we went through how do we get the data from the biometric one. And the last one is importing the data, which is provided by the authenticator at the gate level. Okay, so this is the first part of the webinar covered so far. That is related to how do we get the in-out data into Easylib system. Now, in the second part, we are going to go into the reports in depth. Just I'll pause for a moment. Thank you. Okay, all right. So report is also fairly easy over here. What we have done is that in Easylib, we sat with many of the librarians like you, try to understand the requirement here. So this particular person, they have not put the member ID when they came in. So that's why the name has come as blanks over here. But otherwise, at this moment in our office, these all people are there. Okay. So now let me go and make my own entry because I have exited while entering the system. Okay. Now I am inside the office. Okay, so I go over here. So this is now it's showing that I have entered the campus over here. I am in the library. I'm in the office right now. Just now 15:30 I entered. Okay, so this one really helps you because at any point of time you know how many people are sitting in your library. You know, for example, right now it shows that there are 7 people in our office, but in reality, if there are, let's say, 20 people, what it means, those 13 people have not entered the made the in-out entries, right? Or if there are 7 people, it's showing over here, but there are only 2 people sitting in the library. What it means is that 5 people have gone out of the library without making an out entry. Okay, so basically this helps you track who is inside your library. And we have also displayed the gender over here, especially for the benefit of the colleges which are open for a longer time over here. So in case you have restriction that people who are staying in the hostel need to go at a certain point of time, okay, so you make a call based on the gender saying that, okay, what is the time? It's up to you. It's all how do you implement, it's all up to you, but the data is shown at easily. Okay, all right. So now the next one you are going to get is in-out details. By the way, let me one more item I wanted to cover here itself. Now let's say there are about 7 people here, or in another take another example, there are about 200 people sitting in your library, and it's 9, 10 o'clock just before the exam day. Okay, and your library is closing at 10, right? So now 200 people sitting at the library. Library is going closing at 10. You don't have to have each of the student go and make an entry over there, right? What you can do is there is an option over here that tells you. I'll go to that also, where you can say exit all at a time. You go to that particular screen at whatever time the library is going, closing at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock. At that point of time, you say the library is closing. You all go home. We don't even have to make an out entry, and instead you as a librarian will go and press that button. It will make out entry for all the 200 people which are in the library currently. Okay, so that facility. All right, so let me go to the next one over here. Daily, how many people are coming to your library? You can see over here. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, people are already here, right? So those many. You see a couple of entries even on Sunday also. The reason is that at Easylib, we try to monitor the system on a 24/7 basis over here. So that's why you will see an entry on almost all of the days over here. So you can see 100 days over here. In case our entry, we have put everything as reference, but here in your library, you can have the reference, issue, return, item, transition, transaction, official, and all those things. Now you can also take this report on a monthly also. So what it tells is that monthly, how many people are coming over here? September 40 people, August 298, July 159. Earlier we were having in a different place, so that's why this data is not there. So you basically have how many people are going in and out on a monthly basis. This data really helps you in the NAC audit also, because NAC, one of the questions is that, okay, show the data of how many people have entered your library for 1 week sample week. Okay, so you can also export this data. It will get in a Excel format. Okay. Next, there is another report. Basically, this gives you the in and out entry for a certain date. Suppose you want to see, okay, on August, let's say 21st, who all came to the office, okay, or the library. August 21st, you know, you simply click on list. These all people came to the office on so and so date over here. It also tells what time they came, what time they went out, and if somebody has forgotten to make an out entry, is showing to not show the data over here. Okay, all right. So this tells the in out report over here. Again, you can take a chart also, pie chart by month wise, different. This data is only 1 month data I put, right? Only the one data I have put. Suppose if I want July till September, I want to put, okay, July till September. Today I am going to put, let's see how does it look, okay? So till today I'm putting, so July, August, September, 3 month data. Let me try to put it into a chart format, pie chart format, month wise. This one really helps you when you go and put it in your this chart. You want to make sure that, as Dr. Ranganathan says, right, the library is a growing living organism. So you want to make sure that when the students come, they see something different in the library. So what we recommend is that periodically take this report, print it on a color printer, paste it at the entrance over here. Or there is another module over here in Easylib. There is a display board kiosk module actually. Kiosk over here. So kiosk over here. So what you can do is upload lot of these PowerPoint presentation to the display board kiosk module, and it will keep on displaying over here. Welcome. This is the number of books subscribed. This is the in-out statistics. This is the trend of the things. Yeah, I left my both hands, so it's just going to go one by one on over here. It all depends on whether it's a 1 second, 2 second, 5 second, whatever you are putting. It'll keep scrolling automatically over here. Okay. Okay. Oh, I think I closed that. All right. So let me go back over here. So now again, visitor management over here. So here we saw the list of the people, and we also saw the graphical report. Okay. So what you can do is you can take this graphical report, upload into that display module, so that the students will be able to know what all is happening in the library, how many people are coming, what books are procured, okay, what journals are available, and so on. Okay. All right. So the next one is the in-out complete report. I'll go over here. Okay. In the in-out update, I'm going to skip that. In the rarest of the rare cases, if you need to do any update, you can use that feature. Okay. We don't recommend using that feature, even though it's available. All right. So the next one is a complete report. What does it give? So for this one date range, you can choose, right? So or you can choose the department, course, branch. If you are interested in knowing, okay, how many times this gentleman came to the library, okay, you put my ID over here. So it shows that what all days I have visited the office here, and other days I have been on the travel or work from home, and so on. Okay, so all this data you are able to see this over here. By student you can see, and if you need to see by department, you can see over here. Okay, if you need to see by course, branch, okay, how many people are coming from this engineering first year, how many from the fourth semester electronics department, like that you can get the data over here. Again, NAC, right, has different criteria. They may ask questions saying that, okay, show me in this particular branch how many people are coming. No issues, easily you can take this data and show it over here. Okay, and just while on this, if you think that some more things are required, say for example, if you think adding profile as one of the selection criteria is going to help this. Very easy. You can simply go over here. You might have done this. Go to ticketing system, the CRM system. Here you put in out complete report. This was the report, right? What is it called? In out complete report. Open a new ticket over here. Okay. In out complete report. Add member type and member profile to the search criteria. Okay. So you can add this, or you can add much more details over here, and just leave this remaining things as is. We don't want you to change this because we make a call whether it's most of the things that you report will be production issues. However, in this case, it's going to be an enhancement. When we log in, we go and change it to an enhancement over here. However, when you open a ticket, just leave it as a production issue. Okay. So now I opened this particular ticket over here, and again, Easylib is fairly advanced in terms of the ticketing system. So now, just now, this ticket got created over here in out report. So and so ticket number is assigned, and so and so ticket is created here. So I will just go here in out management. This one 13308 is the ticket number. Okay. All right. So now let me go back over here. So with this screen I was in, I was in the Microsoft Edge. Okay. Yeah, I'll close that. Okay, all right. So here what I did, I took the report by department. I can also take the report by course, so by branch, the member ID, I can take for a date range and so on. Again, you can even export this data as well over here. Okay, you simply click on export. Suppose if you want to know, okay, how many people visited your library within this date range. Okay, so you want to see this, so you just list over here. Then you click on the export, and Excel report gets generated, and then you will be able to see that data over here. Okay, all right, let me close that. You can just make it bigger and all that. Okay, so anytime it closes here, if you have closed that window, no issues, you can simply go ahead and open that. Okay, now we are back to in out complete reports. Okay, now this customized report, right? So there we had a report which was giving the list only by department, course, and all. Suppose if you want the data for 3 departments, what do you do? So here you have to take the data one department at a time. If you want it for a multiple departments, I recommend you to go to customize report here. So what you can do here, you can put department here. Okay, so if you want, okay, you want the data for 3 member IDs, okay, or a set of member IDs, ESPL 01, 02, till ESPL 200, I'll put. Okay, so now click enter. So now all the data for these people in the 101 to 200 is displayed over here. So if you want the data for only a set of students who got the admission in 2022, so you can put their USN range, and it is going to give the data only for that USN range, what time those each of them came and went out on what date. Okay, so that you are going to get the data. Again, there is a show and hide column. So of course, data was not displayed. So you can put the date over here. You get this data. You can again print this in an Excel format. You can print it in the text format. You can there is one more. You can list from the file also. Okay, so the list from the file, right? You can choose the member ID and list from the file. That data is displayed only for those particular member IDs. Okay, again, you can use a combination of this. Again, I was explaining about the data for the multiple departments, right? So department, let's see here. So I'll put anatomy department. Okay, accountancy. Let me see if there is any data over here. Okay, accountancy data, yeah, okay, it is there, that will come. And if you want anatomy or allied health, you just choose it. Even that particular data is entered over here. Okay, so now if you want to do it, just close it and then build the conditions the way you want for the purpose. How many people came to library for the purpose of reference? How many people came for the issue return, official work, or whatever you can choose it. And by the way, for the profiles, if you would like to see, okay, how many of your faculty are using your library, right? So what you can do is you can choose professor and assistant professor, all those people you choose over here, different professors, and then click on this. It's going to show the data for all those different profiles over here. Again, it makes very easy because NAC has certain requirements for you to give the data for certain kind of profiles of the people. Okay, and you can also use this data to improvise on what you can do to attract more and more people. All right. So customized report gives the exact data of what member entered what time. The customized statistical report gives only the numbers here. So numbers, if I want, okay, I am interested in knowing how many people came to the library on a daily basis between this date range. Okay, it's showing this data. It shows that today in our office, 6 people came. Okay, 6 people came, but some people came in, went out, came in, went out, came back, right? So 14 times in out was made. Okay, so that is what it shows over here. So if you want to by course, you can do that. By department, you can do. By, it says that, okay, some of the sample data, right? This is all the sample data over here. B first year, how many people came? Second year, no department given. All of that you can choose it. We can get it by course, you can get it by department, by you can get it by the group, by the department. There's another interesting one actually. So it's showing by different departments, right? So here, let's see what is this department in this date range. It's showing this, and if I just put the department, let's see how it shows, right? Okay, so here date wise, it's showing the department here. What it's showing that on 4th of September, accountancy 1 person came and one time, and here if I choose the group by department for the entire date range, it's showing how many people from the accountancy department came to the library. Okay, so very easy. If you want to see who all of the 481 people came, you just click on it. All the data is going to be listed over here. I think it's doing a lot of permutation combination. It's taking a little bit longer time. So we'll take the simpler one. Okay, that one particular row is displayed over here. Okay, all right. So this was the customized statistical report. Again, you can export it. It comes in Excel format. Okay, so there is a customized search report. One more search report. This is a very simple one. Some people had liked this type of customized report. Some people wanted this type of customized report. Both on the same data, but it's showing differently over here. Say, for example, Supriya over here. Now, okay, Hanumant. So, okay, Hanumant, how many times entered? So, I can just go over here, member name. I can put Hanumant over here. So, it shows the data, how many times Hanumant has come over here. So, let me put Hanumant. Okay, so Hilary. So these many times he has come over here. Okay. So status, you can see, okay, if you want to see, okay, this is another interesting thing, if you at any point of time, you want to see, okay, how many people with the O plus are in your library, no problem, right? So you can know if it happen somebody is there who has come over here. So rather than finding the list of all the students who have the O plus and then keep calling one by one, if you find out, okay, how many people with this particular blood group, if at all there is a requirement, you just say, okay, call that person. Hey, there is something requirement. Can you come over here? All right. So you see that this gentleman with the O plus blood group is currently in the library, right? So you can take the help if it is required. So again, Easylib, right? Easylib and Easy One is not just for the library. We take the complete holistic requirement of the college in the mind. That is what made the software as flexible as required over here. So this was the customized report. You can get it by academic year. The people who got admission in one certain academic year, how often they are coming to the library. Okay, and this is institute. By the way, the Easy One software is designed to be given ability to run an entire university actually. So the whole university can be run using this software Easy One, and that is why we have given the ability to even add institute also as one of the selection criteria. Of course, when Easylib is deployed in a one particular college, by default it is only for that particular college. So the data will show for only one college alone. Okay. So home branch, it shows the purpose of visit, section, subscription date. If you want to see, okay, how many people whose membership is expiring next month have come to the library? No problem, because that way, you can talk to them and say that, okay, um, your membership is expiring. Please renew it. Okay, so this is the customized search report. Now there is a library usage report. So this is another one over here. Let me choose a little longer data over here. So here I will choose the member type as let's say alumni. How many are alumni? How many? I think this is a general professor. I guess. Let me see here. Professor is not there. So the member type, let's say student. Okay, how many students have been coming to the library on a certain drain range. So there is nobody, only 2 people have come, 1 person has come, and so on. It is showing that over here. So that, let me see. So student with no exit. Yeah, this is the one, on this date. So when the library was closed, you asked everybody to go out, correct? What you need to do is you also need to click one button to make everybody has gone out. Okay. So what I'm going to do, there are people who entered the library on 27th July, right? So they have not yet gone. So technically they are inside the library right now, but you know that they have all gone home. So what you want to do is on this day, you simply click on this button. It's going to ask what date you want to make an out entry. So here, because this is 2020, right? So you choose the same date. Oh. Okay. So let me choose the 2020 over here. Oh, too fast. Okay, 2020. So there's July 27, correct? July 27th. Let's say your library closed at night 9 o'clock. You just click on it. And now those two people have on out of the library. Okay. So like this, you can make the entry over here. What we recommend is that every day you keep looking at this screen so that if you have any past data of the people, um, uh, who are still showing as inside the library and you know that they are not in the library, you simply go to the screen and make a proper out entry for that day. So that way your data will reflect the reality. Okay. And there is one button, exit today's user count. So suppose you are closing the library at 10 o'clock in the night. Once you ask everybody to go out, you simply go to the screen, just click this button and everybody who are in the library at that moment it's going to make out entry for all those people. Exit today's user force. Okay, all right. So there is one more report. So there are quite a few reports in Easylib over here. There could be some scope for consolidation of these reports also that I see over here. So this is the statistical report. Another says, okay, what time, what, how many times he has come over here. So there is an ID, so and so name, department, course, branch, purpose of visit. He in this date range, how many times he came to the library? Because some libraries have instituted an award for the people who come to the library most often. Okay, so what you can do is August 1st till August 31st, if you give a date range, you will see, okay, how many people have come and how many times they have come. Okay, and how many times they have come or how many days they have come. And you want to give the award of the people who you come to the library most often, you can do that. There is one more report over here. Probably I require my team's help over here. That report gives you today how many people entered the library, how many opaque searches were made, how many ebooks were downloaded, how many people tried to search in the library but they did not get what they want, how many in-out were made. All of that is possible over here. Into and how many books issued, how many returned, and so on. So that is also available over here. This particular screen gives so and so person name and it says that in this date range, he came to the library 23 times. Okay, all right. So this is another report over here. Here, what it is giving you is the data ability to group by profile and course. Okay, this is also important because NAC also has this requirement showing you. Sometime I know that some people colleges told me that they wanted to see the data by profiles actually. So how many of your faculty are visiting your library? Give the data. No problem. This data you simply share it with whoever has asked. Okay, all right. There is one thing called in-out percentage report. What it shows is that among your entire count of the students, right? How many are coming to the library over here? So now if we have got about, let's say, 200 students, and if all the 200 come to the library on this date range, that means 100% usage is there. Okay, 100% people are coming. And let me do one thing. I'll just choose the staff over here. Let's see if there is a data over here. Okay, so what it means is that on 13 July, staff, the profile of a staff, three people came over here and distinct visits were one of them. So that means one person came three times. Here, two people came together four times. Here, two people came again four times in dollar. And it's it shows based on if the college has got two staff and one has come to the library, it's a 50% attendance. Here, there are only two staff here. Both of them have come. So that is why it's showing 100 over here. On the other hand, if you take the general student, let me see if there is any data of the students here. The general, let me see. And it shows, okay, no data available. So let me choose a little longer period if there is anything available. Okay, no data for this general also. Probably they are entered as something like that research. Let me see if there is any data. Okay, nothing is there. So basically what it tells is that it goes and finds out how many people are. Okay, let's see, this is a good one. Professors in the college, there are 103 professors in the college. On 1st July, only one professor came. That means the usage by of the professors of the library is less than 1%. One out of 103 came. Okay. So now on this day, 14 July, two people came. So it's a 2%. Like that, you can see this data over here. Again, this is NAC, I know, has been asking to colleges to give the percentage wise entry of the students who come to the library. Again, there is a different webinar we conduct over here, how to attract more and more students of the to the library. One such example we can give is that you want to ask your the librarians, you want to ask your faculty to give the assignments to the student based on the latest journal article, which is supplied in the print format. And when they need it, obviously they have to come to the library. And when they come to the library, they have to make an in-out entry. So that way you can increase your attendance to the library. And once the student in the library, automatically you can expect that his curiosity to read more and more will definitely improve over here. So this is one of the techniques where you ask your faculty to give the assignment based on some of the latest content available in the library. Of course, there are many more methods, about I think 20 of the methods we had collated. There is a totally separate webinar for that over there for that. Okay. So this was the last one, I think last but one in-out percentage. And finally, this one is a graphical report. Okay, 2023, if I draw a histogram over here, so it is showing that how people are coming to the library on a monthly basis over here. If you want to give 2022, go and give it. Let's see the 2022 data, 21 data. You can take it, or you can put a date range over here. It is going to show for that particular date range as well. Okay. So this is another report. It's if I gave a year, it started with January, but if I gave a date range, it gave for that particular date range over here. So again, now I put 2 years over here, 2022 and 23 I put, and it is showing that, okay, in because there is a 2022 February till 2023 September, right? There is one January also in between. So there is a January, February, March, okay, how many people came over here, and the graph it will give it. So now, if you think that, okay, why the usage has gone down over here, what you need to do, again, you want to find out why the usage is low in the May over here. Maybe the exams are going on, or maybe the students are busy with something. So you can decide, okay, what exactly need to be done to attract more and more students. Okay, so this is a brief overview of the in-out management module. Today we covered only the physical in-out management. There is another in-out management that's related to the digital library. Okay, in the case of a digital library, right, when a student comes and logs into your OPAC, does a search over here, that also counts as a digital in or digital out. When he logs out, it's a digital out. When he logs in, it's a digital in. Downloading an ebook, that's again a usage of the library. The doing an OPAC search, that's a usage of the library. Going to any of these federated search ones, that's again the usage of the library. Multiple methods are there. So for that, we have a separate another webinar is there that covers increasing the digital usage of your library. Okay. So overall, this was the webinar for today. So now, all right. So let me open up the forum here for the questions, and then see if we have any questions. We'll cover this. Okay. All right. Let me spend a minute over here on the Easylib, just a little bit something I did not cover. So this one was, as I said earlier, Easylib software is cloud based. That means you don't need an infrastructure for running Easylib software. You just need a regular computer over here. You don't need a special infrastructure. So okay, you can use the software on mobiles. You can use this on the handheld devices like iPad and all. You can use it on a laptop, desktop. You can use it on Linux. You can use it on virtual machines. You can use it on thin clients, a Windows machine. It doesn't matter. It's designed to run on most of these machines here, and it's a ready software. The moment you give an order, we deploy the software, and it comes and you can start using the application over here. And the next part, it's a proven software. Hundreds of customers are using this software day in and out. Thousands of transactions, okay, happen through the library Easylib software across all our clients. And as you see here, right, the ideas for developing the software have been coming from different directions here. Some maybe from librarians like you, some maybe from the library science professionals, some from our own imagination, some from the tenders that we read, some of the American or the other countries request for proposal, the best practices over there. So from different directions, we have been getting that idea. So we try to make it as bright as possible in terms of the functionality that you need over here. Lot of innovations we try to add it to the feature. And the best part about Easylib is that when you have Easylib, you don't need any other software for the physical library management. It's in Easylib. You don't need separate software for the digital library management. It's in Easylib. You don't need a separate one for the in-out management. It's already included in the Easylib platform. Then many more things, including the barcode printing, ID card printing is there. The publications module is there. Whole new publications, because as per the recent guidelines by NIRF, right? You could have seen that how much of the publications play a role in giving a college the rating, right? So today, if Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore or IIT Madras have been on the top, one of the reasons is that they are making a lot of publications. So now, from your college, you may want to question what we can do to increase our own publications. And definitely, we have a journal publications module in Easylib that you can make use of. So once you confirm your order, within a week, the software will be deployed, the data will be migrated, and the training will be given. And the library one, as I said earlier, is running at our more than 130 colleges, and the campus ERP software is running in bits and pieces in over a dozen different places over here. Okay, so these are our contact details. Hanumant Kilari, you might have spoken to him. He's our support lead, and my name is Vasudev Deshpande. I'm one of the founders of the company. My phone number and email is here, and here are the contact details of our sales manager Sidhu, who can be reached at this particular email ID and the phone number. So that's about it. Thank you for joining this webinar. Now the forum is open for questions. Thank you so much.